All right, good morning or good afternoon, class. Today we are going to do some practice problems on algebra. So basically what we're doing is trying to combine like terms, adding them together, and we're basically trying to make a long problem into a smaller problem. So that's what we are going to do. If you may, copy these problems down on a piece of paper or in your notebook, it would be very helpful because I'm gonna walk you guys through how to work out every single problem that it is here. All right, so now we are going to simplify these problems. We're basically just going to make this complicated problem and just dumb it down. Make it simple. That's what simplified means. So right here we have 3x plus 2x. To write it, I'm basically going to show you guys why this works. So if you have 3x's, you can just write it down like x plus x plus x. That is your 3x's. And then you have another 2x right here, you have plus x plus x. You have 3x's and then you have 2x's. You can count them yourself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it would give you 5x. So that's basically what is happening. You're basically just adding them together. Don't forget the x, because if you don't put the x, it is incorrect. So you have 3x plus 2x, you're left with 5x, and then it's basically an explanation on how it works. You don't always have to write it down if you understand. It's very helpful for beginners to see so they can visualize it and they see it themselves on why it works. Very helpful. But when you're comfortable with it, you can just do it in your head. So right here, you have 4x minus 2y plus 3x. What I used to like doing is always underlining like similar ones before crossing them out. So if you have 4x plus 3x, you have 4 plus 3 equals 7. Don't forget about the x, so you have 7x. So now you're done with this one, you're done with this one. What are you left with? Only negative 2y. It doesn't have anything else to combine with, so you bring it down to your final answer, bring it down negative 2y, and that is your final answer, 7x minus 2y. The next problem, you have 2y minus 5 plus y. What I always like doing is underlining them. So if you start with 1, underline them. You have 2y plus a y. 2. In this case, you only see the y by itself, and you might be confused. It's like, oh, I don't know what number it belongs to. Whenever you see a letter like this by itself, always imagine an imaginary 1 right in front of it, because that's basically what it means in math. If you just have a letter by itself, it has a 1 in front of it, 1y, because 1 times y equals y. So you have 2y, and then you have plus 1y. It would equal 3y. You can cross them out after you're done with them, of course. And you're only left with this negative 5. You're only left with it doesn't combine with anything. You just bring it down. You have the negative 5 down here, and you have your final answer of 3y minus 5. Now, number 4 is a little different. You're introduced to a z. Don't be scared of it and think, oh, I'm not going to understand it. Now it's a z. I miss my x's. Don't get confused with it, because you can use any letter you want. You can use all throughout the alphabet. You can use any letter you want, but it's still the same concept of this, just adding your letters together. So if you want to do, let's do the underlining thing again. Underline the y's. So you have a 6y right here. You have a negative 8y right here. So you have 6 minus 8. You have negative 2y. After you're done with it, you cross it out. You go to the next letter. 3z plus 1z. Remember, if you see a letter by itself, it has 1 in front of it, so don't forget about that. 3 plus 1 equals 4z. You can cross them out if you're done. You check the problem again, see if there's anything left. There is nothing left in this one, so that is your final answer. Number 5, you have negative 4x minus 2y minus 3x plus 2y. So you can start with any letter you want. Let's start off with x. Underline negative 4x, the negative 3x. Don't forget about the sign, because if you forget about the sign, you can make the problem completely wrong. So you have negative 4x and negative 3x. Add them together, you have two negatives, negative 4x plus negative 3x, and you're left with negative 7x. Cross them out when you're done. Goes on to the next letter. You have negative 2y plus 2y. If 2 minus 2 is 0, so a lot of you are going to want to do plus 0y. And of course, it is not incorrect, but that problem just does not look nice. Plus 0y, no one wants to see that. So always keep in mind that anything times 0 equals 0. So 0 times y equals 0. So that is why we don't have 0y there. And that is why our answer is negative 7x. A final problem that we have, a little longer, 5x plus y minus 2 plus 2x minus 4y minus 6. Quite a long problem. So you start off underlining the x's, 5x plus 2x, no more x's, that's it. 5 plus 2 equals 7x. Cross them off when you're done. You go on to the next letter. You have y here, positive y. Remember, there is a 1 right here, so there's 1y. You have y here, you have a y over here. So you have 1y minus 4y. 1 minus 4 is negative 3. So you have negative 3y. Don't forget about the y because it's very important. Finally, we have this minus 2 right here. And we have this minus 6 here. Negative 2 and negative 6. You basically combine them together. 2 plus 6 is 8, but don't forget about the negative. So it would be negative 8. And that would be your final answer of 7x minus 3y minus 8. Hope you guys understood this topic of just combining letters together. Hopefully the underlining trick helped you guys because it helped me when learning them. And I hope you guys understood. I hope you guys can be successful in future problems. Thank you.